IP security architecture. IP security architecture, it is a combination of two protocols. First one is authentication header and encapsulating security payload. Okay, these are the, it is architecture is combination of two protocols. The first one is authentication header and ESP, encapsulation security payload. Okay, we will discuss one by one. This combination of two protocols. It means what? To implement IP security, we need to implement two protocols. What are the two protocols? First one is the IP security. It means what? It contains the two protocols. The first one is authentication header. Authentication header, that is called AH. The second one is encapsulation security payload. Encapsulation security payload, it is called ESP. Okay, we will see what are the services will be provided at IP security. The IP security provided the services are confidential. It provides three services. The first one is confidentiality. The second one is authentication, and third one is integrity. Okay, we already studied what is authentication, what is confidentiality, what is integrity. Okay, here in order to implement IP security, we need to implement AH protocol as well as the ESP protocol. Okay, here we will see what is the diagram of architecture of the authentication IP security. Okay, here architecture first contains IP secure architecture. It implements two protocols, right? The first one is AH, authentication header, and it is the ESP, encapsulation payload. Okay, here AH contains authentication generator, authentication algorithm, generator algorithm, both are same. Here it contains authentication algorithm. And what about ESP? ESP contains encryption algorithm. ESP contains encryption algorithm, and these two will be added with domain interoperability. Here we have DOI. What is the meaning of DOI? Means domain of interpretation. Okay, here domain DOI. What is the meaning of DOI? Means domain of interpretation. Okay, here what is the meaning of DOI? Means it identifies which supports both authentication algorithms as well as the cryptography algorithms like encryptions. Okay, here what is the meaning of DOI means? Okay, here the DOI again, it contains one more thing is key management. Okay, what is mean key management? Okay, we will see one block separately. Okay, here what is meaning of DOI first? A DOI is nothing but it is a domain of interpretation. We already seen what is meaning of DOI means. Okay, here it means DOI, it means it identifies both. What are the both? Authentication algorithms as well as the cryptography algorithm. It identifies both authentication algorithms and cryptography algorithms. Why? Because here these are the authentication algorithms is coming to here. This authentication algorithms is coming here. As well as this encapsulation algorithm also coming to here for DOI. So it identifies both authentication algorithms as well as the cryptography algorithm. In cryptography algorithms again we are using for encryption only. So this is the DOI. And what is the next block? The next block is authentic. Now we will see each and every block. The first one is authentication header. What is authentication header? We will see in a separate topic. Okay, this is about the overview of security IP and security IP architecture. Here we will discuss the architecture each one in a separate block. Okay, here what is authentication header? Authentication header, it is used for providing integrity and authentication. Okay, this is about the architecture. We will see next class. Here the two protocols ESP and AH authentication header, main thing is these two are in security association. Okay, here two protocols AH authentication and ESP, main thing is association. What is security association? SA. Okay, here what is SA? Security association is nothing but it is a communication between client and server. Okay, here we will see what is security association means. It is communication between and client and server. Okay, client and server. Okay, here it contains one-way communication. Okay, one-way communication between client and server. Okay, for example, security association is one-way communication at a time. Okay, one-way communication between client and server. Okay, for example, it will send client, it is server. Okay, it is okay, and it will send the replies. If replies, okay, it is done. Okay, here SAC is a temporary message or communication link between client and server. Okay, here it contains the this client and server. SAC is a client, SAC is a server. SAC is a temporary message or communication link between client and server. If two parties wants to communication to secure association should be established. Okay, and it will be established means when two parties want to communicate the message, exchange the information. Okay, this is about the internet protocol architecture. Please like our videos and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
నా ఛానల్ పేరు గుర్తుందిగా, ప్లీజ్ లైక్, షేర్ అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్. ఏంటి